like 9 days since I've done a video when I've been rebounding, but today we're going to talk about rebounders and really answer the question, does size and quality really matter when it comes to getting a rebounder? And you know what? I have an answer for that, but it's not a general answer. Let me see if I can find real quick my book. I have read 3 books about rebounding, and they all say the same thing. So I can't find the book quickly, but do y'all remember that on my videos, I started to pick out one book from my bookshelf right behind this camera and highlight something that I've read that I found very good. And right now, this book is really important. It's called The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. It was written a long time ago. Let's see, I'll tell you when it was written. In the 90s, I think. Let's see if I can grab the year really quick off of the front page. Oh, that's not going to be quick. It's not quick. I'm pretty sure it was the 90s or early 2000s, so it's probably like 30 years old now. A New Earth. Awakening to Your Life's Purpose, okay? I'll talk about the book in a second. Let me get rebounding because I got to get going. I got to go to work. But let's talk about rebounders because that's what I titled this video, okay? All right. And I also call this workout exercise for seniors because I'm a senior. I'm 57. And if you need to start your lymphatic system every morning like I do, this is a great way to do it. Alexa, give me a 5-minute timer.
Good morning, Lydia. 5 minutes, starting now.
Okay, so I titled this video, Does Size and Quality Matter When It Comes to Rebounders? And do y'all want to know the answer? The answer is yes, it does. And here's the reason why it's so important, especially for seniors, because we don't have the joints and the cushion like we used to in our knees and in our backs and in our ankles, all those places where we're putting pressure on our bodies. And you want your rebounder to absorb all the impact. I'm going to clap and make a point. All the impact. The reason is because if the springs don't absorb the impact, then your body will. So do you want your body to take the brunt of the lower back, the brunt of the hips, the brunt of the knees, the brunt of the ankles? Do you want your impact to be like doing it on the floor? If you were bouncing on the floor, then your impact is in your joints and in your knees, ankles, lower back, and hips. So if you buy a quality rebounder that has done ergonomic testing on their rebounders, like my rebounder has, it would take all the absorption, pull that absorption of impact into the springs and into the rebounder. Now, I don't know that much about bungee testing, how much impact the bungees are taking from the body into the bungees, but I do know that the springs that I have that are made out of, here are the things you got to look for. You want them to be made out of steel, preferably American steel. It's like the highest quality steel on the planet. American steel, who would have thunk? All right, you also want them to be barrel springs, which means they look like a honeycomb. In the middle, they're fatter than they are on the ends, kind of like me. If your springs look like me, thin on the head and thin on the feet and wide in the middle, then you got the right kind of rebounder springs. Most of the cheap rebounders that are on Amazon, cheap, I'm talking like 150 or less, brand new, those have cheap, straight metal, not steel, springs. And also, those cheapo rebounders, they connect the end of the spring to the frame and the end of the other side to the rebounder in one connection. My rebounder is a double connection. That means it's safer. If one spring pops or breaks, which they do, they get old. My rebounder's 23 years old, so every once in a while, I'll have a spring pop. The other spring keeps the rebounder working. Your foot does not fall through. If those cheapo metal springs start breaking, your foot could fall through the rebounder. You could cut yourself or really hurt yourself real bad. You want to make sure your rebounder is going to support you and that you have a strong American steel springs that are shaped like a barrel. They call them barrel springs, and get that comfort level that you know your springs are absorbing the impact and not your body. That is the main point of this 5-minute exercise conversation. So I have, Alexa, stop. I have to go to work, so I don't have a lot of time to play around today. If you wonder where I've been rebounding every morning, but I just don't videotape it because usually I'm like in a hurry trying to get in the shower to go to work, and I don't have time to video, get all dressed, and then video. So I usually just rebound it really quick and something easy that I'm not like presentable on camera. So anyway, I hope all is well. I'll see you again this week. I hope that helps you with rebounding. Again, great book. I highly recommend it. A New Earth. You want to know why? Because there's things that are happening on the planet called the Schumann resonance, where the magnetic poles are getting firing off energy, what do you want to call them? Like energy blast to the planet, and it's creating a new Earth. So this is a new Earth at a human perspective, but it's all happening simultaneously. So go check out Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, and in a little bit when I get my coffee, I'll go put a link on this video to help you find it on Amazon. So y'all have a nice day. Still loving my job. Talk to you later.